Hey, have you ever wondered if there's a secret weapon, something ancient yet insanely powerful, that could turn your toughest challenges into your biggest wins? What if I told you that over 2,000 years ago, some brilliant minds figured out how to stay calm and strong no matter what life throws at you? Welcome to the world of Stoicism, a philosophy born in the bustling streets of ancient Rome and Greece that's still a total game-changer today. I'm your guide on this journey, and trust me, if you stick with me to the end, you're going to discover how to transform your life with wisdom that stood the test of time. So, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and let's dive in together. Don't skip a second, because every moment here is packed with tools to help you live better. Ready? Let's go. The Stoic secret. Your mind is your superpower. Picture this. You're stuck in a traffic jam, late for a meeting, or maybe you just saw a nasty comment on your latest social media post. Your blood starts boiling, right? We've all been there. Life loves throwing these little curveballs that test our patience. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the script? That's where Stoicism comes in, and it's not some boring old philosophy. It's a mindset that can give you superhuman calm. Born over 2,000 years ago in the markets and marble halls of Rome and Greece, Stoicism teaches us something mind-blowing. While we can't control everything that happens, we have total power over how we respond. And in today's world, where uncertainty seems to be the only sure thing, this could be the anchor you've been craving. Think about it. Stoicism isn't just about sitting around thinking deep thoughts. It's about action. It's about waking up every day with purpose, bouncing back from setbacks, and finding happiness even when things get tough. It's not about burying your emotions, no way. It's about understanding them, managing them, and using them to live a richer, fuller life. Whether you're stressed out, facing a rough patch, or just want more joy in the little things, Stoicism has your back. So let's unpack this ancient wisdom and see how it can reshape not just your thoughts but your entire way of living. Stick with me. This is going to be a ride worth taking. Before we jump deeper, let me say something straight to you. If you're watching this, you're not just another face in the crowd. You're here because you're hungry for something more meaning, more strength, more control over your life. That's awesome. And I'm honored to be on this journey with you, so I'm asking you to stay with me all the way to the end. No fast-forwarding, no multitasking. Every tip, every story, every piece of wisdom we cover is a building block to help you unlock your Stoic potential. Let's make this a pact. Let's transform together. Ready for the first big lesson? Here we go. Take charge of your reactions. Let's kick things off with a scenario we've all faced at some point. Picture this. You're stuck in a gridlock. The clock is ticking down to an important meeting, and your frustration is bubbling up like a volcano, ready to erupt. Or maybe you're scrolling through your phone, and out of nowhere someone drops a rude comment that hits you like a punch to the gut. Does that ring a bell? These moments can sneak up and hijack our mood faster than you can. Shout road rage, leaving us fuming and off balance. But here's where it gets exciting. The Stoics, those brilliant ancient minds, handed us a secret weapon to flip the script. It's all about zeroing in on what you can control. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic thinkers, dropped this mind-blowing fail. Truth, it's not the event itself that defines you. It's how you choose to react to it. Pretty wild, right? Let's break it down. Traffic jams, totally out of your hands. That snarky online comment, not something you can undo, but your response, that's your territory, your power zone. Modern psychology backs this up big time. Take Carl Jung, a giant in the field, who said, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." It's like they're singing the same tune. So, let's make it real. Next time you're caught in that traffic nightmare, resist the urge to honk and stew. Take a deep, calming breath instead. Plug in a podcast you've been curious about. Turn up your favorite playlist or just soak in the quiet. The cars aren't moving any faster, but your stress, it starts to melt away like ice on a warm day. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic legend, nailed it when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That's the key. Harnessing your inner strength to shift your perspective. This isn't just a trick for traffic woes, it's a life hack that works across the board. Struggling with a stalled goal? locked in a heated argument, facing an unexpected obstacle? The same principle applies. When something outside your control starts ruffling your feathers, pause and ask yourself, can I change this? If the answer's no, and let's be honest, it often is, let it go. Redirect your energy to what you can influence, your reaction, your mindset, your next move. I'll be real with you, it's not always a walk in the park. I've tripped up on this myself, letting a bad day spiral out of control. But here's the beauty, it's a skill you can practice every single day. It's not about being flawless, it's about making progress step by step. Mastering this Stoic approach doesn't just help you survive life's challenges, it sets you up to thrive, no matter what comes your way. Imagine facing a storm with a steady heart, turning frustration into focus and walking away stronger every time. That's the power you hold. So let's commit to this together. Start small, practice often, and watch how it transforms your days. Ready to take charge? Let's keep the momentum going. Turn roadblocks into stepping stones. Let's take things to the next level and completely shift your perspective on life's challenges. What if I told you that the very obstacles you dread, the ones that make your stomach churn, could actually be your greatest secret weapon? I know it sounds a bit out there, but bear with me because the Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, had a way of seeing challenges as opportunities in disguise, and it's a game changer. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, who faced endless pressures, wrote something truly profound in his personal journal. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let that sink in for a moment. What he's saying is that every hurdle you face isn't just a barrier, it's a test of your resilience, a teacher in disguise, offering you golden lessons to help you grow. Let's make this practical with a couple of real-life examples. Imagine you're applying for jobs, pouring your heart into each application, but all you're getting are rejections. It's so easy to feel defeated, to think, I'm not good enough. But what if you flip that narrative? What if each no is a gentle nudge pointing you towards something you can improve? Maybe it's a sign to sharpen a skill, like brushing up on your coding or public speaking, or to tweak your approach, like tailoring your resume more specifically. Suddenly, those rejections aren't dead ends. They're stepping stones guiding you toward a better version of yourself. Or consider a more personal challenge, like a heated argument with a friend. Sure, it's messy and uncomfortable, but it's also a chance to grow. It's an opportunity to practice patience, to really listen to their perspective, and to strengthen your communication skills. By leaning into the discomfort, you're not just resolving the conflict, you're building emotional muscle for the future. This mindset isn't just ancient wisdom, it's backed by modern thinkers too. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, said, "What you resist persists. When you fight against obstacles, you give them more power over you, letting them loom larger in your mind. But when you accept them and look for what they can teach you, you take back control. That's how you overcome." So the next time life throws a curveball your way, don't fall into the trap of asking, "Why me?" Instead ask, "What can I learn from this?" Maybe a delayed project at work teaches you the value of better planning, helping you become more organized in the long run. Or perhaps a tough day, where everything seems to go wrong, builds your endurance, showing you just how strong you can be when pushed to your limits. It's not about the obstacle magically disappearing, it's about you getting stronger, wiser, and more capable with every challenge. Epictetus summed it up perfectly. It's your reaction that shapes the experience, so pause, take a breath, and reframe the situation. Look for the lesson hidden within the struggle. This approach won't make challenges easy, but it will equip you with a powerful mindset to tackle them with grace and growth. Are you ready to turn your next roadblock into a win? Let's keep this journey going and see what else we can conquer together. Live in the moment. Your life happens now. Have you ever noticed how often you hear the phrase "live in the now"? It's tossed around everywhere, on social media, in self-help books, maybe even from a friend trying to cheer you up. But what does it actually mean, and why does it matter so much? At its core, living in the moment is about fully immersing yourself in the present, right here, right now. without letting tomorrow's worries or yesterday's regrets steal the spotlight. The Stoics, those wise ancient philosophers, were masters at this, and they've left us some incredible insights to follow. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who juggled leadership and personal reflection, put it simply: don't dwell in the past. Don't dream of the future. Concentrate on the present moment. He understood that anchoring yourself in the now lets you soak up life's richness as it unfolds, turning every second into something meaningful. So why is it so tough to stay present? Our minds are like restless wanderers, always drifting off, to stress about next week's deadline or replaying that awkward conversation from last month that still makes you cringe. Here's a trap we all fall into, but here's the truth that hits home. The beauty of life, its challenges, its unexpected surprises, they're all happening right in this very moment. Seneca, another Stoic heavyweight, added his voice with, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence on the future." He knew that clinging to what's ahead robs us of the joy we could find today. Aristotle took it further, linking this idea to eudaimonia, a state of being happy, healthy, and prosperous, by emphasizing mindfulness of the present as the key to a virtuous life. Even modern psychology chimes in, with Carl Jung, a legendary thinker, saying that the smallest thing with meaning outweighs the grandest thing without it. It's a universal truth. The now is where life truly lives. So, how do we get there? It starts with mindfulness, simple intentional acts that pull you back to the present. When you sit down to eat, savor every bite. Notice the flavors, the texture, the warmth. When you take a walk, feel the ground beneath your feet, the air on your skin. And when someone's talking to you, really listen. Don't just wait for your turn to speak, but hear their words, their emotions. These small steps might seem minor, but they're powerful, filling your days with depth and connection. It's not about pretending the future or past don't exist. It's about finding a balance. Use the past to learn, plan for the future with care, but let the present shine as the heart of your experience. Every moment becomes a fresh start, a chance to reset and reconnect with what's real. Let's make a pact right now. Let's commit to cherishing the present, because that's where life's magic truly lives. Whether it's a quiet morning, a laugh with a friend, or even a tough moment, embracing it fully makes it all count. Ready to live in the now, let's do this together. Master self-discipline. Choose what matters. Let's dive into a topic that might raise an eyebrow or two. Self-discipline. I get it. The word alone can conjure up images of rigid schedules, no fun, and a life that feels more like a prison than a playground. But hold on a second. Let's flip that script. Self-discipline isn't about locking yourself in a cage or stripping away joy. No way. It's about empowering yourself to make choices that light up your deepest dreams and align with your core values. It's about saying a bold yes to the things that lift your spirit and a firm no to the stuff that drags you down, even when it's a tough call to make. The Stoics, those ancient masters of wisdom, were all about this. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled with a philosopher's heart, dropped a gem when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It's a call to take charge of your impulses instead of letting them run the show. Seneca, another Stoic heavyweight, built on this by urging us to be steadfast and master our desires. True freedom, he argued, springs from within, not from giving in to every whim. Then there's Aristotle, the Greek thinker who saw excellence as the result of habit, not just a burst of willpower. He believed that consistent, intentional actions shape us into our best selves. Modern psychology echoes this wisdom. Take Carl Jung, who explored how integrating all parts of our psyche leads to a fuller life. Self-discipline in this light becomes a tool to choose paths that enhance our well-being and bring us closer to who we want to be. So how do we actually build this superpower? Let's keep it real and start small. Pick one area to focus on, maybe swapping out junk food for healthier options, committing to a gym session, or trading Netflix binges for a passion project. Set a clear, achievable goal, like cutting soda for a week or exercising 3 times, and tackle it one day at a time. Every choice you make that lines up with your dreams strengthens that discipline muscle bit by bit. Epictetus, the practical Stoic, nailed it when he said, "No great thing is created suddenly." It's not about being perfect from day one, it's about taking steady, purposeful steps. It's all about striking a balance between what feels good right now and what you truly want for your future. I've been there, choosing the easy scroll over the hard work, only to feel stuck later. But here's the beauty. It gets easier with practice. Let's make this a team effort. Support each other in picking what's right, not just what's easy. Whether it's resisting a late-night snack or pushing through a tough task, every step paves the way to a life you'll love. Ready to take control and build that strength? Let's do it together, one choice at a time. Build emotional resilience. Ride life's waves. Life can feel like a wild roller coaster, can't it? One minute you're soaring, the next you're plunging into emotions like anger, sadness, or frustration. We've all been there, caught in the whirlwind of feelings that can hit out of nowhere. But here's the real game changer. It's not those emotions that define who we are, it's how we choose to handle them. That's where emotional resilience steps in, acting like a superpower that helps you navigate life's storms with grace and come out stronger on the other side. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers whose wisdom still resonates, totally understood this, and their insights can guide us through even the toughest moments. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced endless challenges, gave us a powerful nugget of truth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. What he's saying is that while you can't control what happens around you, you absolutely can own your response. It's all about taking the reins of your reactions. Seneca, another Stoic great, saw life's hardships as tests of character, encouraging us to practice patience and understanding in the face of adversity. He believed that these challenges are opportunities to grow wiser and more robust, shaping us into better versions of ourselves. Modern psychology aligns with this. Carl Jung, a pioneer in the field, emphasized the importance of integrating all our emotions to achieve wholeness. By facing our feelings head-on, we become more complete, more resilient, and better equipped to handle whatever comes our way. So, how do we build this emotional resilience in our daily lives? It starts with self-awareness, a simple but transformative step. Pay attention to your feelings without judgment. Don't label them as good or bad, just notice them. If you're feeling angry, pause and ask, what triggered this? Maybe it was a harsh word or a stressful day. Reflecting on the cause helps you uncover patterns in your emotional responses, giving you insight into why you feel the way you do. This awareness lets you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, putting you in the driver's seat of your emotions. Aristotle's concept of the golden mean offers a beautiful balance here. It's about finding the middle ground, not suppressing your emotions or letting them run wild, but acknowledging them in a healthy, measured way. There are practical tools to help you along the way. Try journaling your emotions. Write down what you're feeling and why, which can bring clarity and calm. Talking to a trusted friend can also work wonders. Sharing your struggles often lightens the load. Or take a moment for deep breathing. Inhale slowly, exhale fully, and feel the tension release. Building resilience is a journey, not a race, so be kind to yourself as you learn and grow. Epictetus, with his straightforward wisdom, reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let's embrace this journey together, supporting each other as we cultivate the courage and poise to face any challenge life throws at us. Ready to ride the waves with strength? Let's do this! Memento mori. Live like today counts. Have you ever stopped to think about death? I know it might sound like a heavy topic, one that could cast a shadow over your day, but hear me out. The Stoics, those brilliant minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca and Epictetus, turned this concept into something inspiring rather than frightening. They saw it as a tool to light a fire under us, pushing us to live with intention. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who penned his thoughts amidst the chaos of leadership, wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and think." That's not a gloomy prediction. It's a wake-up call, a nudge, to infuse every action and thought with purpose. He wasn't dwelling on the end. He was using it to focus on the now. Seneca, the philosopher who lived through his own share of ups and downs, took a similar stance. He urged us to zero in on what truly matters, letting go of trivial worries that waste our time. He believed that by keeping the fleeting nature of life in mind, we'd prioritize meaning over meaningless distractions, whether it's endless scrolling or petty arguments. Epictetus, with his practical wisdom, echoed this, encouraging us to seize the day and make the most of every moment we're given. For these Stoics, the awareness of mortality wasn't a burden. It was a motivator to live authentically and fully, squeezing every drop of value out of life. So, how can we bring this idea, often called memento mori or remember you will die, into our own lives without letting it weigh us down? The key is to shift your perspective and see it as a source of motivation rather than fear. Instead of shying away, let it spark action. How many times have you put off a dream, maybe learning a new skill, traveling to that far-off place, or even just telling someone you love them? Stop postponing. Ask yourself a powerful question. If today were my last day, would I be proud of how I'm spending it? This isn't about panic, it's about clarity. It pushes you to live with authenticity, to be true to who you are, and to let gratitude guide your actions. Imagine cherishing every moment, savoring a quiet coffee, laughing with a friend, or overcoming a challenge. This mindset turns memento mori into a tool for growth, encouraging you to love deeply and connect meaningfully with those around you. It's a reminder to let go of grudges, to forgive, and to build memories that matter. When our time eventually comes, the goal isn't to look back with regret, but with a heart full of pride, knowing we lived fully and loved fiercely. Let's embrace this together. Use memento mori as a catalyst to live with purpose, to chase what sets your soul on fire, and to appreciate the gift of now. It's not about fearing the end. It's about celebrating the life we have right here. Ready to make every day count? Let's do it. Gratitude. Find joy in what you have. Gratitude has this incredible power to transform even your worst days into something bearable, even beautiful. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers whose wisdom still shines brightly, understood this deeply, and they made gratitude a cornerstone of their teachings. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced immense pressures, had a morning ritual that centered on appreciation. He said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Imagine starting your day with that mindset. It's a reminder to pause and recognize the gift of simply being here, of having another day to experience life's wonders, big and small. Seneca, another Stoic great, took a different angle but landed in the same place. He warned against the endless chase for more. More stuff, more success, more validation. He saw how this pursuit leads us astray, leaving us perpetually dissatisfied. Instead, Seneca urged us to focus on what we already have, to find contentment in the simple things within our grasp, like a warm meal or a quiet moment. Epictetus, with his straightforward approach, doubled down on this by encouraging us to value our current circumstances, whatever they may be. He believed that true fulfillment comes from appreciating the now, not longing for a future that might never arrive. These Stoics knew that happiness doesn't come from accumulating more, it blooms from cherishing what's already here. This idea isn't just ancient wisdom, it's backed by timeless thinkers and modern science. Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, tied gratitude to eudaimonia or true happiness, arguing that recognizing the good in our lives helps us live virtuously. Modern psychology agrees, with studies showing that people who practice gratitude regularly experience less anxiety, sleep better, and feel more connected to others. It's like a mood booster and a relationship enhancer all in one, proving that gratitude isn't just a feel-good idea, it's a life changer. So how can we weave gratitude into our daily lives, especially when things get tough? It's simpler than you might think. Start with a small habit. Each day, take a moment to note 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand. Maybe it's the warmth of your morning coffee, a quick chat with a friend that made you smile, or the glow of a sunset painting the sky. This practice rewires your brain to focus on the positive, lifting your spirits even on grey days. Next, when challenges hit, shift your perspective. Don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, ask, "What can I learn from this?" A missed opportunity might teach you resilience. A tough conversation might deepen your empathy. Finally, don't keep gratitude to yourself, express it to others. A heartfelt thank you to a co-worker, a note to a loved one, or even a smile to a stranger can strengthen your bonds and brighten someone's day. Here's the magic. It's not happiness that brings gratitude, it's gratitude that brings happiness. So let's raise our glasses, whether they hold water, juice, or something fancy, and toast to the beauty in every single day, finding joy in what we already have. Pursue personal excellence. The pursuit of personal excellence was a guiding star for the Stoics, a mission they saw as the heart of a meaningful life. For them, excellence wasn't about fame or wealth. It was about virtue, the truest form of good. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor whose wisdom still inspires, put it bluntly, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. That's a call to action, not debate. Marcus wasn't interested in endless discussions about ideals. He wanted to embody them through his daily choices, leading by example even under the pressures of ruling an empire. His life reminds us that excellence isn't a distant goal. It's a way of being, built through consistent, purposeful effort. Seneca, another Stoic luminary, emphasized the importance of self-improvement as a lifelong journey. He believed true excellence comes from within, reflecting in our actions and choices as we strive to live in harmony with reason and nature. Seneca urged us to constantly learn, grow, and refine ourselves, whether that meant sharpening our skills, deepening our understanding, or strengthening our character. Epictetus, with his no-nonsense approach, focused on mastering our will. He taught that our reactions, emotions, and decisions are within our control, and by taking charge of them, we cultivate a life of virtue. For Epictetus, excellence meant showing up every day with discipline, choosing integrity over convenience even when no one's watching. Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, added another layer to this pursuit. He believed excellence isn't a fluke, it's the result of intentional effort, sincere dedication, and smart execution. Excellence is never an accident, he said, highlighting that it comes from making wise choices over and over again. Modern psychology aligns with this through the concept of a growth mindset, the belief that our abilities and intelligence can evolve with hard work and persistence. This mindset encourages us to see challenges as chances to improve, to keep pushing forward even when the road gets rough, fueling our progress toward becoming our best selves. So how do we make personal excellence a reality in our own lives? It starts with setting your own standards, ones that reflect your values, not society's expectations or someone else's achievements. Maybe for you, excellence means being a more patient parent, a more dedicated student, or a more compassionate friend. Define it on your terms. Embrace setbacks as part of the journey. A missed goal or a failure isn't the end. It's a lesson, a chance to grow stronger and wiser. Live authentically, staying true to who you are, even when it's not the easy path. Take time to reflect on your journey, celebrating your progress with pride. Whether it's a big win or a small step forward, let's make personal excellence our way of life, a daily commitment to growth and integrity. It's not about perfection. It's about showing up, learning from our experiences, and striving to be the best versions of ourselves. Step by step, let's craft a life we're proud of, one that shines with virtue and authenticity, inspiring others along the way. Value your authentic self. In today's world, where social media likes, follows, and comments often seem to define our value, it's so easy to fall into the trap of measuring our worth through external validation. We post a picture, check for reactions, and if the numbers don't stack up, we feel less than enough. But here's the liberating truth. Your worth isn't tied to what others think. It's rooted in who you are. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers whose wisdom cuts through the noise of modernity, saw this clearly. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who reflected deeply on life, pointed out a curious paradox. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinions of others. It's a striking observation, isn't it? We're so quick to let others' views overshadow our own sense of self, but Marcus reminds us to reclaim that inner authority. Seneca, another Stoic thinker, echoed this by emphasizing the importance of living authentically for true inner peace. He believed that contentment comes from aligning your life with your own principles, not bending to the expectations or approval of others. Why chase a version of yourself shaped by someone else's mold? Seneca would say, be true to your own values and you'll find a calm that no external praise can match. Epictetus, with his practical mindset, took it a step further, teaching that worrying about others' opinions is a waste of energy because it's outside our control. Instead, he urged us to focus on what we can influence, our actions, our thoughts, our integrity. For Epictetus, living virtuously and authentically is where our real power lies, not in the fleeting judgments of the crowd. So, how do we break free from this cycle and embrace our true worth? Start with self-reflection. Take a quiet moment to ask yourself, whose life am I living? Am I making choices based on my desires, or am I trying to fit into someone else's expectations? This kind of honesty helps you realign with your authentic self. Next, embrace your flaws. Perfection is a myth, and being open about your imperfections makes you real, relatable, and strong. Aristotle's idea of the golden mean offers wisdom here. It's about balance. Consider constructive feedback from others. It can help you grow. But don't let it define your self-worth. Ground your value in who you are, the kindness you share, and the effort you put into being your best self, not in external applause. Let's commit to living true to ourselves, letting our unique light shine with confidence. It's about building an inner strength that doesn't waver with the shifting winds of opinion. When you live authentically, you not only find peace, you inspire others to do the same. So let's celebrate our individuality, stand tall in our truth, and radiate the kind of confidence that comes from knowing our worth is inherent, unshakable, and beautifully our own. Embrace change as growth. Change is one of life's great constants, an unstoppable force that shapes our journey whether we're ready or not. The Stoics, those brilliant minds from ancient times, embraced this truth with open arms, seeing change, not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled during turbulent times, viewed change as part of our destined path. He wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny," suggesting that every shift, big or small, is a thread in the fabric of our lives, perfectly suited to our needs if we let it be. For Marcus, change wasn't something to fight. It was a natural rhythm to move with, a destiny to embrace with grace. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher and playwright, took a different angle, seeing change as a catalyst for personal development. He warned against clinging too tightly to our current circumstances, knowing they'd inevitably shift. Seneca believed that flexibility is key to happiness. By understanding that change is a necessary part of life, we open ourselves to growth. Think about it. Every time you adapt to a new job, a move, or a change in relationships, you're not just surviving, you're evolving. Seneca's wisdom encourages us to let go of rigid expectations and see each transition as a chance to become a better version of ourselves. Epictetus, with his practical approach, focused on attitude control as the heart of handling change. He taught that while we can't dictate external events, we can master our response to them. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it, he'd say, urging us to focus on our mindset rather than the chaos around us. When life throws a curveball, a cancelled plan, a sudden loss, Epictetus would remind us to adjust our attitude, finding strength in our ability to choose how we face it. This shift in perspective turns change from a burden into a test of resilience we can pass with flying colors. Modern wisdom echoes the Stoics. Aristotle, the ancient Greek thinker, linked adaptability to a virtuous life, suggesting that navigating change with balance and grace leads to happiness. Psychology agrees, welcoming change rather than resisting it can lower stress and boost resilience. Studies show that people who see shifts as opportunities rather than threats handle life's ups and downs with more ease, building mental toughness over time. So how do we put this into practice? Start by being mindful. When change hits, maybe a new boss or a shift in routine, pause and notice it without panic. Feel the moment, breathe, and let it sink in. Then, look for the lesson. Did a setback teach you patience? Did a new phase reveal a hidden strength? Flow with life's adventure by letting go of what you can't control and leaning into what you can, your attitude, your growth. Change isn't just something to endure, it's a chance to thrive. Let's welcome it. With open hearts, learning and growing with every twist and turn, making our journey richer and more vibrant. Spread compassion. The Stoics had a profound understanding of how deeply connected we all are as human beings, and they saw kindness as a thread that weaves us together, benefiting everyone in the tapestry of life. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, whose wisdom still echoes today, believed we're social creatures by nature, meant to live in harmony and cooperation. He put it beautifully when he said, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." Think about that. Our well-being is tied to the well-being of those around us. When we act with kindness, it's not just a gift to others. It's a gift to ourselves, creating a ripple effect that lifts everyone up. Marcus saw compassion as a way to strengthen the community, reminding us that every small act of care can build a better world for all. Seneca, another Stoic luminary, took this idea even further by urging us to cultivate empathy, even toward those who might challenge us. He believed compassion is a natural human instinct, something we're wired for, and that by helping others we help ourselves grow in the process. Seneca didn't stop at easy relationships. He encouraged us to extend empathy even to those who've wronged us, understanding that their actions often stem from their own struggles. Imagine the strength it takes to see past someone's hurtful behavior and recognize the pain behind it. That's the kind of empathy Seneca championed, a deep understanding that fosters healing and connection, even in the toughest moments. Epictetus, always practical, focused on understanding as the key to compassion. He taught that everyone has their reasons for how they act, shaped by their own experiences and perspectives. This doesn't mean we excuse harm, but it does mean we approach others with a mindset of seeking to understand rather than judge. Epictetus would say, before you react, pause and ask, what's driving this person? What's their story? That shift in perspective can turn a potential conflict into a moment of connection, helping us build bridges instead of walls. So how do we bring this into our lives? It starts with the basics. Truly listening to others. Put down your phone. Look someone in the eye and hear their story, their joys, their fears, their struggles. Act with kindness, no matter how small. A smile, a kind word, or a helping hand can brighten someone's day more than you know. Be there to support others, offering a shoulder or an ear without judgment, showing them they're seen and valued. Aristotle, the ancient philosopher, saw empathy as the glue of true friendship, where we share in each other's highs and lows, building meaningful bonds. Modern psychology backs this up. Studies show that compassion not only deepens our relationships, but also boosts our own happiness, giving us a sense of purpose and belonging. Let's make compassion our mission. Let's spread kindness like confetti, scattering it everywhere we go, through smiles, through understanding, through support. Behind every face is a story, and by caring for each other, we make the world a gentler, brighter place. Together, let's create ripples of love that transform lives, starting with our own. Reflect to align. Reflection is like an anchor in the stormy sea of life. It keeps us grounded, helping us navigate with clarity and purpose. The Stoics, those wise ancient thinkers, knew this better than anyone, and they made reflection a cornerstone of their philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who faced the weight of an empire, took time each day to sit with his thoughts, penning his personal reflections in what we now know as meditations. He didn't just rule, he examined his life, his choices, and his moral compass, ensuring he stayed true to his values. For Marcus, reflection was a way to check if he was living with virtue, asking himself if his actions aligned with the kind of man he wanted to be. It's a powerful reminder that no matter how busy life gets, taking a moment to look inward can keep us on the right path. Seneca, another Stoic giant, approached reflection with a theatrical twist. He saw life as a play, where we're all actors, playing our roles. At the end of each day, he'd assess his performance. Did he play his part well? Did his actions reflect the script of a life he valued? Seneca wasn't looking for perfection. He was after growth, using reflection to spot where he could improve and to celebrate where he'd done well. It's like giving yourself a daily performance review, not to beat yourself up, but to learn and refine your craft of living. Epictetus, with his practical, no-nonsense style, took reflection to a daily checklist level. He urged his students to end each day by reviewing their actions and attitudes, asking, "What did I do well? Where did I slip up? What duties did I leave undone?" This wasn't about self-criticism, it was about self-awareness. Epictetus believed that by honestly looking at our day, we could steer our lives more consciously, making small adjustments that bring us closer to our ideals. It's like tweaking the sails of a ship to stay on course, ensuring we're heading toward a life of purpose and integrity. For us, reflection can be just as transformative. Imagine taking a few minutes each evening to note your wins. Maybe you stayed calm during a tough moment or helped a friend. Add in gratitude. Write down 3 things that brought you joy, like a warm cup of tea or a kind word. Then look for lessons. What challenges did you face and what can they teach you? This simple habit doesn't just anchor you, it fuels growth. Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, believed true wisdom comes from self-understanding, from living an examined life aligned with virtue. Modern psychology agrees, showing that regular reflection boosts mental clarity, emotional health, and personal growth by helping us process our experiences and make better choices. So let's make reflection a daily ritual. Let's carve out time to look back, to celebrate, to learn, and to realign with our deepest values. By doing so, we shape our lives with intention, crafting a journey that's not just lived, but truly meaningful. Let's reflect, grow, and live with. Keep growing. These Stoic lessons aren't just ancient philosophy. They're powerful tools we can apply to modern life. In a world full of distractions, stress, and uncertainty, the wisdom of the Stoics helps us return to what really matters. They remind us that peace isn't found in controlling the world, but in mastering how we respond to it. They teach us the strength of resilience, the calm of acceptance, and the courage of authentic living. Every lesson, whether from Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, or Seneca, encourages us to live with intention, stay rooted in the present moment, and not be ruled by fleeting emotions or outside approval. And when we truly begin to practice this mindset, when we train ourselves to see obstacles as opportunities and to find stillness in chaos, we don't just survive life's challenges, we grow from them. So if this episode spoke to you, I encourage you to keep exploring. Dive deeper into these timeless teachings by checking out the full playlist of Stoic content on this channel. Each video is crafted to help you apply ancient wisdom to modern problems, from managing stress and anxiety to building discipline and emotional strength. Remember, Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about being emotionally wise. It's about learning how to respond rather than react. It's about leading a life guided by values, not by fear or impulse. Whether you're just starting your journey with Stoicism or have been practicing for a while, there's always room to grow, reflect, and realign. This is more than a philosophy. It's a way of life. A way of showing up in the world with clarity, compassion, and quiet strength. And the best part, you don't have to walk this path alone. We're building a community here, a space where we support each other in living with purpose, integrity, and inner peace. So thank you for spending your time here today. It means a lot to be part of your journey. If you found value in what you heard, consider subscribing so you won't miss future episodes. And don't forget to share this with someone who might need a little Stoic perspective in their life. Together, let's challenge ourselves to live more mindfully, to rise above distractions, and to stay anchored in what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, and our attitude. Life will always test us, but with the right mindset, we can rise above anything. Keep learning, stay grounded, and remember, the Stoic life is about progress, not perfection. We grow a little each day, through discipline, through reflection, and through action. Thanks again for being here. Until next time, live authentically, grow steadily, and keep moving forward. See you in the next episode.